Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 461. If you're writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book but you're having trouble finishing it, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your amazing book, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Ink, like that stuff we write with. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn a, air quotes, non-author into a published one. Those three things are my three pillars for authors: writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. I don't need a cloak to become invisible. J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter fame. And there was actually a time in my life when I felt invisible, and I want to share about that today. For 3 years, between the ages of, I think, 16 to 19, I was really a part-time patient, shuffled around the medical system as doctors and surgeons and specialists worked to diagnose my massive case of scoliosis. Those of you who read my memoir, Power of the Curve, know I had 116 degrees of combined spinal curves. They were assessing all the collateral damage, my severely twisted rib cage. One leg measured 4 inches longer than the other. Thank goodness my mom knows how to sew. She had to hem all my pants 4 inches, one leg 4 inches shorter than the other. And then, of course, my medical team had to figure out what the heck to do about all this stuff that was happening in my body. So my life became really a never-ending trek of doctors' waiting rooms and paper-covered exam tables, x-ray films, backless gowns, and just endless, stark, brightly lit, sterile hospital hallways. I was a walking ID bracelet with rows of numbers, a diagnosis on a chart, and in my mind, of course, as a teenager, not necessarily accurate. I'm sure the medical staff was doing everything they could, but as a teenager, I felt like I didn't matter. It was all about those damn curves in my back. Today, I want to make sure that you never feel invisible. I want to make sure people hear your story so they can apply your lessons to their lives. I want to remind all of you that no human being should ever be a number, that your story matters, that you matter. The tales, turmoils, and takeaways of your life are the lifeblood of at least one other person's evolution. Staying under the radar, hiding, and withholding your words of wisdom is not acceptable. Being invisible sucks. But unlike in my story, you have the power to do something about it. So my question is, what will it take? When will you tell us why you matter? Because that is the book I want to read. And to learn more about my story, The Power of the Curve, if you still don't have a copy of your book, just go to powerofthecurve.com. I'll put it in the show link, the show notes and links as well. Powerofthecurve.com. Get your copy, learn all about how my back went on this crazy, wild journey without my permission as a teenager. And really, that was, again, in The Power of the Curve, you'll read, that was the first curve of my life. There were a lot more after that. I had to really figure out how to ride these curves and find power in them in life and find the good. And obviously a great message for this year as well, for us to be able to find strength and empowerment as life continues throwing these curves at us. Powerofthecurve.com. Oh, and for those of you who've read it, would really, 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 really appreciate it if you could go ahead and leave a review on Amazon. As we all know as authors, reviews are gold. They're like lifeblood to authors. So if we can all just support each other that way, I would really appreciate that. Powerofthecurve.com. Thank you for joining me here on your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. Until tomorrow, happy writing.